Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field. Position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, set.
Throwing is Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
52 blaster, down. Hut.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Set, ready. 10 black. Ready.
Now Rattler. Gets this complete to Shaheed. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Set, hut. Black, 95. Hut, hut.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
38.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Rattler wants to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. Able to slither by. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Rattler. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
52 blue. Ready.
To the air is Rattler. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of the team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he's up to the 24. 9 yards that time. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes
Derrick Henry all alone. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 76 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Ravens 6, Saints 3.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Ready.
And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Okay, right.
2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Set.
Rattler working out of the gun. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
Rattler going to look to throw again. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Oh, able to avoid him. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Let's go. Black, 95. Ready?
From the shotgun, Rattler. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Camara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go. Here's Rattler. And he's caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now the 1st down carry. It's Camara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2nd and 13. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Rattler. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So still 14 yards to go, second down. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing is Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready, break. Come on, set. 45, wide. Ready.
Throwing is Rattler. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Rattler. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Here's Rattler. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And the Saints. First down.
To the air is Rattler. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Get up. Let go.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. And his kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. In motion left, Bateman. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson, option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, report.
Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Ravens 18. Saints 9.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 33, yellow, ready.
Rattler wants to throw it. Connecting with Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. It's complete. Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here comes 2nd down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
60 red. Set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught by Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Grupe.
Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon,